Well, solid Monday morning, coming off the weekend, feeling refreshed and excited to be trading. Still trading my 20, 50K accounts. Today is day 47, which is pretty crazy. Very sideways movement, but we do have FOMC this week, which is very exciting to bring back some volatility and good things like that on Wednesday. Was able to still find a trade to take and honestly felt amazing about the execution there. We're going to go and recap that now. Just a quick reminder, code TBM to get 80% off all of your Apex accounts. And if you didn't know, you can watch these recaps live on my live stream every morning at market open on my main channel, Trades by Matt. It's free to watch. Come hang out. Let's get into it. Yo, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. Hopefully it was enjoyable. You did something fun. I stormed like crazy here all weekend till like yesterday afternoon. And we went to the new house and went swimming. And went to a restaurant. It was a great time. Girls had a good time. I had a good time. I'm ready to sit in front of the computer for a little bit. To the people talking about ICT mentioning you, I was in the stream. It was very I'll shoot him a text after. Very nice of him to say. And yeah, I mean that's like basically everything that we always.
Matt, what was the name of the site that made the Nasdaq cowboy song?
Yeah, I appreciate the 5-tone junkie. It's called Suno. Suno. Suno.com, I believe. Yeah, it's like the same thing that me and ICT always kind of chat about. Is that like, I mean, struggle for me, I think, and he was alluding to the fact that it's kind of a struggle for everybody in the stream this morning. But yeah, struggle to want more and push for more when it's not necessarily in your favor. Like, I mean, the saying is so good and it's so classic and old school, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And yeah, just kind of got my head down, keep grinding on. Good news is that it's payout week. I will request my next payout with Apex, payout number 5, bringing me to, fingers crossed I survive the next 4 days, bringing me to $200,000 in payouts on the year. That will happen on the 2nd. This payout cycle has been significantly more enjoyable than the last payout cycle, and I hope to continue that on this week. I'm feeling like it's a good start to the week. So keep on ripping. Did I miss the dad joke? No, the dad joke typically happens at like 8:35. Pre-market. Oh, market just opened. So it's now market. There's the bell. This is where we're at. The daily is just still disgusting to me. Pushing back into 18K soonish, maybe. Opening up above Friday's yesterday value area high. Opening up above VWAP. Opening up above the overnight highs. Or right at the overnight highs. Strong close above. I mean, it's hard to not think we just continue to grind. Coming back below, I'll be watching levels. I'll be watching for 980s realistically with value area high. I guess it's technically 90. We snapped 90. Watching overnight lows and yesterday's point of control. So 50s. So 90 to 50 rotation. We snapped that. We're looking for a full green to red on value area. So 890s to 815s. That's the downsides. Targets on the upside. I think if we pop the overnight highs, we just kind of slow grind it. We got no news today. We got consumer confidence tomorrow at 9. Isn't it FOMC is this week, right? Yeah. FOMC on Wednesday. With statement from Powell. So potential chop into that. I don't know. We'll see. But we got a lot of stuff on Wednesday and feel like a lot of pent upness that will be going into it. So we'll see what happens. As always, like I always talk about those big daily levels. I'm obviously not looking for that personally. I'm not looking for that big of moves. It just helps me kind of outline where I think it's going to go so I can try and jump into the trend within those moves. For instance, if we snap value area high and we start to make the rotation to the overnight lows, am I going to look for this whole 40 points? Me personally, no. I don't want the whole pie. I want a little piece of the pie. But it's helpful to know, like, okay, if we're in this area, I imagine that we're still going to get, like, sucked into this. Therefore, I should be looking for shorts. And that's when I'm looking for my, 5, 10, 15 point shorts. And let's have a day. Are y'all ready for the dad joke? We got 2 of them today. One for the weekend, one for Monday. Here's the dad joke of the day for Saturday and Sunday, the 27th and 28th. What did the tomato say to the other tomato during a race? Catch up. Or ketchup. I don't really know how you're supposed to deliver that one, but not terrible. And April 29th, 3 out of 10. Wow. I kind of thought it was better than that, to be honest. April 29th, Monday. Today. Crazy, April's almost over. Here we go. People are usually shocked that I have a police record, but I love their greatest hits. I low-key enjoy when I have to open a brand new one like that. Like I've not read that one at all, and it's kind of fun when it hits. That one's pretty good. You don't catch a morning trade, do you have another time frame in the afternoon you like to trade? I like to trade if I'm not catching a morning trade. That really just means I'm not catching something on stream, which is typically 8:30 to 10 or 10:30. After 8:30 to 10, I typically will leave my desk, go sit outside for a little bit, take a walk, eat some food, use the bathroom. Just I use it as a break point between like stream and the rest of the morning session. If I've already gotten my trades in, then I'll go work out. If I haven't yet, I'll kick around. I'll be on Discord, stuff like that. Like, but I'm really watching all day long. It's not like a set defined like, oh, I'm only gonna trade 8:30 to 10 and then only gonna trade 1 to 2. No, I'm sitting in front of my computer the whole time. Minus like little 20-minute gaps where I just like need to go touch grass. I always do though. Like one of the only like true timing things for me is that I really don't trade the overnight sessions. I really just trade like a normal workday hours, like 8:30 to the close, the US Open or US markets. The other thing is that I don't trade the first 15 minutes. I really dislike to trade power hour, last hour of the day. So I really try and be done before then. But I also don't trade the first 15 minutes after the open. So 8:30 to 8:45. I just kind of let it wiggle out. Usually trying to decide what I want to do, and I don't want to like blow up my day in the first 15 minutes when there's so much more opportunity for the next, 7.5 hours or whatever. So I wait it out. Let it do what it needs to do, and then it kind of helps me get a picture of how the day is going to be looking. Pace of play, for instance. I think the biggest thing, honestly, the biggest takeaway that I've had for my trading was doing Robins for 2 months or however long it was. Running up a Robins account, being in the public eye, and then just getting chiseled away at it. I think I ran it up a little over 100% and then ran it down to minus 8%. Before I just called it quits. And that was probably the biggest takeaway for this current stretch of my trading. And this is what me and ICT were talking about in the moment. And he kind of mentioned it on his stream this morning early. About like not feeling the need to trade. Not feeling the need to size up. All of those things that I was struggling with the Robins, that coming out of the Robins, very, very, very fresh in my brain, right? And so very easy for me to execute on not doing that with these accounts. And with anything with trading, unfortunately, in my opinion, this is the case. I think it's pretty accurate. The beginning is always the hardest part on accounts, especially with prop accounts and like Robins, small account challenges, things like that. The beginning is the hardest part because you got to build the wiggle room, right? And so with Robins, I was just trying to build the wiggle room, chase the percentages, all that type of stuff. Not healthy behavior by any means, but wanted to execute at a high level and ended up just getting chopped away. And this, it's just been about being consistent, disciplined, and patient, right? And so taking all of those things that I learned from the Robins, which I'm very glad I did the Robins. I don't think it was a waste of time. Anything like that. I'm very happy I did it. I get a ton of comments about like, oh, you just failed out of the Robins, but now you're making $160,000. BS. I call bullshit. Whatever. And it's like, I mean, yeah, I went from 100% gain. I made $10,000 on the Robins to I lost $800 on the total account. And yes, I have been crushing Apex because it's times 20. But the key takeaways from the Robins really have shaped and shifted my mindset on these Apex accounts. Way more than any trading strategy sort of stuff. There's always a million ways to make money with trading markets. So that's why I was like to that one guy. I mean, I'm trading the exact same way I was trading a year ago, honestly. Maybe initial balance was included before then, or after that. But other than that, same principles. But the mental recently has been very helpful post Robins, and just like reminding myself If it ain't broke, don't fix it, because I was trying to change stuff with Robins and scaling and things like that. Needed to happen, unfortunately, to get those crazy percentages, but like I didn't want to do that. Like, hindsight, I don't want to do that, right? Especially on this one. Things like that. I don't even know if I'm making sense, but I'm glad I went through it. I think the biggest takeaway was the biggest increase in my trading right now has come from the takeaways that I got from Robins. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Pretty strong close. Delta is grinding, and hopefully, I mean, we're gonna close out in 10 seconds here. I would be interested in like 900 being a little less aggressive, super aggressive being like 908, mid aggressive being like 903s. Interested in all of those, honestly. So just gonna watch and see kind of what happens. A little more, even into volume. All right, I'm trying along. We have VWAP right here as well. Everything's holding up for the most part. Nice hammer on the 1 minute. Looking for a little bit more. Don't want to be too greedy though. I'm gonna go take that off. $205, 10 points on the Nasdaq, obviously. Just a nice base hit. Brings me to $3,750. Some of those accounts got slipped by like 3 ticks. 205 on the main one, right? 205 on the main, and then the other ones would have been what is that? 190. So 3 ticks of slippage on the other ones. That's fine. It's part of the pain of trade copying with 20 accounts, I guess, in some capacity. $3,750 though after one trade. Obviously, the market's been open for an hour and 7 minutes. And I'm happy with that. Like, I feel very confident in that setup, very confident in that trade. Oh, nice slap. Right back to VWAP. Very confident in that exit. But that right there, I mean, I waited a long time for that trade. Or what felt like a long time for that trade for me, which was just like, wait for the 920 push, come back down, retest it. I had been talking about 08s to 03s, ended up putting an order at point of control. You grab the point of control order, hammer's out. You see us stalling right here off of this. Right, this little doji is where we're stalling at, and then you can see that we're just not cracking it. Take the 10 points and move on. I've been really lucky this last like 3 months. This year, 2024, I've been very lucky to have several traders that I've been able to talk to, and it's been very cool and very helpful. Talking with ICT has been helpful. Talking with Dante, Trader Dante has been helpful. Talking with Pax was really cool and helpful. It's just like having these different guys that are a lot, well, I don't know if it's mean to say a lot older than me. I'm 29. I'm going to say a lot older than me just for the sake of the example, but having these guys that are a lot older than me, whether they are or not, is really cool to be able to just get some different perspective from people that I like trust, you know. Being able to accept that and just understand and have real conversations about the hardness of trading, the emotional side of trading, the psychological side of trading, the mental side, the emotional capital side, all of that is just so valuable. And that comes from anybody who has had any sort of skin in the game for any amount of time. Here, it's about understanding that every single person, whether you like them or not, probably brings some form of value to you. That's the beauty of life and business and trading.